in Lyme Regis there is a river Lyme, and on the river there is a flour mill, and it's open to the public free of charge, and it looks like we can have a nice wander around. Wow, it looks nice. Yeah, so over there's the town mill and you can see the river Lyme. I think that's what it's called, the river Lyme. Down there. Okay, go on. Okay. So let's go in and have a look. Wow. So what we've just seen is the working mill, and the water from the river is turning all the cogs and crushing all the wheat to make flour. We tried some, it's very soft, that you can use in any pastry. And over here is the river. I'm not sure you can see it. There's the river, and the water's dropping to turn all the cogs. So let's explore a little bit more.
I'll turn this around a minute, a little bit. Okay, if you grab that and just bash it on there, on its end.
Grind it, is it?
It's on its end first.
Yeah.
If you do it that way,
okay.
and then you'll see the flour start to come out of the grain.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. So I've got a demonstration miller here. This is the way the Egyptians did it. There's a cartoon of an Egyptian mill on the poster there.
Can you see the flour there?
You see the flour coming out? Yeah, what you do then is you hold it with two hands like you did. Just grab it with two hands and you lay it flat. Grab it with two hands and really squeeze and just push it forward. Go on, go on. There you go.
Is that
I'm
right?
going to leave you an hour. I'm going to expect at least 1 kilo of flour. There you go. There you go. And that's the way the Egyptians did it. And also in this country, they'd do that with a barley. You'd get malted barley. It would be quite soft, and they'd use this to get the maltings ready so they could brew. Because even these days now, because of the water board here, you wouldn't want to drink water out of the river, and they didn't want to do in those days. They used to make small beer. So if you're ever in a country where you're not sure about the water quality, insist on a bottle of lager. It's much safer. There you go. Okay, so you've used the saddle quern. Okay, let's go with that. What we're going to do, and I'll put that in there. Can you grab grab that? Can you manage it? Can you reach? I'll pop this down here.
Okay.
Okay. What I want you to do is grab a little bit of flour, so a bit of grain, put it in it. Okay, yeah, okay, and then tip it forward.
Is that enough?
That's enough. That should be okay. A bit more, just a bit more. Okay. That's it. Just pop that down on the window ledge. Okay. Right. Which hand do you write with?
Good. Left hand.
Yeah. So if you grip that, on that one on there, because that's the one you. And then if you hold on to that, you're not going to move. Okay. Have a go. Yeah, whichever way you want to. Give it a good turn. It's really tough because there's lots of grain. If you help.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, if you drop your hand down a little to the bottom, just hold it like that, like that. Yeah. That's it, like that. I'll come on the top. Are you ready?
Got it.
We're going to go that way. I'll give you a hand. Now, can you see the flour?
Oh yeah, it's coming out the bottom.
Can you see the flour? Yes. There you go. So what you're doing here is we're putting whole grain into the stones. These are quern stones, and they're quite old. And out comes. So these are quern stones, stone ground wholemeal flour, and this is the wholemeal flour. So whole grain goes in, these stones rub it, and then turn it into flour. And what can you make with flour that's delicious? What's your favourite thing that's baked that you like?
What do you make with flour? Soil?
No.
Not soil.
No. What do you make?
Yeah.
I make bread with my flour, so you can make bread, but you can make other stuff which is really tasty. Other things you can make with flour. What do you think? Cake. Good answer. I'm going to give you 10 out of 10. So you get an A for that. You get 10 out of 10. Right. What's your favourite flavour of cake? Because there's extra points. What's your favourite type? Strawberry. Oh, strawberry. Oh. See, I'm going to give you 15 out of 10, so you get 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 extra points. There's another one I like that I get on my birthday, and to give you a clue, what my wife does, even though I'm 60 something, she puts some icing on the top, and then she gets me more teasers and puts more teasers around the top of my cake on my birthday. And it's a brown coloured cake. That's my favourite. What sort of flavour do you think that one is? Chocolate cake, yeah. And if you'd said chocolate, I'd have given you 18 out of 10 because that's my favourite. Yeah.
Oh.
But you can make scones, you can make cookies. But the thing is, what you're doing there, the whole grain goes in, and out comes the flour. This is how flour's made. Downstairs, have you seen John downstairs? Yeah, did you see how we use the stones down there?
Yeah.
So all I'm doing as a biochemist is showing the principles. But you've seen all this.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the other way of producing flour. Just grab this.
Okay.
So you've seen the saddle comb which the Egyptians used.
Yeah.
The other way of doing it. Grab it with 2 hands. Bash it up. Now there you go.
So where's this one from? Is this the really old-fashioned way, isn't it?
This is the way. I always say to people, think about Christmas. You've seen King Charles do his speech.
Yeah.
You switch the telly and you've got Steve McQueen jumping over barbed wire on The Great Escape on one side.
Yeah.
Flick over to the other channel and invariably Michael Caine, red jerkin, brass buttons, pith helmet, Zulu.
Yeah.
And there they all are
Yes,
bashing
yeah.
away with 2 hands. Singing. You're not allowed to sing, but that's how they would be. Big lower, and that's how all they're doing is pounding the ground to get the flour out, so they can use it to make produce. So where there's no water much, or there's no animals to turn the stones manually, they're still using these in South America and in Africa. And
Still using today.
Still using today.
Wow.
Yeah. And they tend to be things like maize. And but yes. Well, that's the way of doing it. And then before that, the hunter-gatherers would grab a bit of limestone off the beach with a fossil in it from Lyme Regis, a bit of chert or flint, and bash it down, knocking stones like a crude mortar and pestle. There you go. So you understand about the history of milling now, and you know how we do flour. There you go. So it's education. It's not playing with a gear up here, is it?
Yeah. No.
Being education. Okay. I've had a yell now because I think I might be being filmed soon. So.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Well, there's the sack hoist again.
Yeah.
Here I've got a button. We send it upstairs.
Oh.
And you can imagine this would flow down to the next floor.
Yeah.
So you'd hook up the grain and you could take it over. If it was going, if the farmer wanted to take it.
They weigh 3/4 of a ton. Originally, stones were basically, bottom stone was flat, the top stone came down at an angle. You put your grain in, you spin it through. It would gradually reduce the size of the grain until it came out fine at the end. Rollers did like that. What they did is they milled out the centre of each stone so the grain could get in, but they then put this in long, medium, short. This is a vertical face, that's a chamfer face. Right? The grain comes into here, opposite hand on there. So when the 2 lines cross, they chop with a pair of scissors. So they chop all the grain up here, and then push in, and we start milling, fine milling from there to there. Now also, wooden teeth. Flour mills, wooden teeth. Because when they put in metal teeth into flour mills, they all blew up. Flour dust in the air is one of the most explosive substances you can get. And we're not talking about the white stuff, we're talking about tiny particles in the air. When it gets to a certain concentration, it's 2.5 times more explosive than gunpowder. So it's a massive, massive risk. So when the Victorians said we can make metal teeth, they did, and all their mills blew up. Mill owners weren't too happy. Because mill owners never came near these places because they were such dirty, horrible places. So wooden teeth were reintroduced, and also they knocked holes in the walls of the mill on the middle floor because this was the dusty floor. Didn't put any glass in, just to blow the dust out. So now when you go around the country lane and you come across the mill, they're all houses now, and it's got more windows on the middle floor, you can be really smug and say, oh, that was a flour mill. Because that was what they did to keep the places open. So flour dust is a massive problem. And if the factory went up, they didn't even find the bodies. Because what happened is you had the massive explosion, the combustion generated all the dust up, jerked all the dust up. That's combustible. We had a fireball. So one mill that went up in the Midlands, they didn't even find the miller's bones because it burned hotter than a toilet. So when the mill owners found that it was the dust causing the problem, they took the measures back to wooden teeth, which sounds like a backward step, but it's not, because wood does not make sparks. And windows basically would be no glass in. So this stone weighs roughly 3/4 of a ton. Sits on top of that one. They were always sold as a matched pair. This sits on top of that one, and we can go down to less than a millimetre and they won't touch. If stones touch, they're no good. Because what you'll get is a bit of stone dust. Not good for your teeth. Okay? So we can go to basically, and these, the original stones from here were just pure limestone, and they lasted 2 years. They just wore out. These came from Derbyshire, millstone grit, peak stones, whatever you're going to call them. This was basically where the Ice Age finished in England, and the glaciers dropped all the terminal moraine in there, and then river levels rose, so sea levels rose, and limestone was formed over the top of all the grit that was on the ground, pushed in. So when sea levels finally dropped, Derbyshire, the heights of Derbyshire, the limestone there is chock-a-block full of grit. So it's the grit that does the grinding. And these stones would last up to 50 years. They were expensive, of course more than the hole the man lived in outside, but 50 years as it's 2 years for the other ones.
But now take?
I think so. Before
So Elsie just bought some flour from the flour mill. How about that? Yeah, then we can go home to make some nice bread or scones or cakes, right? Yeah. Everything. Okay. Shall we get going? Yep. Okay. So yeah, we just bought some flour from the flour mill, and look forward to making some cakes and bread with that. Okay. Gem of this area is that there's a microbrewery, and we're going to try some of the beer here in Lyme Regis. The microbrewery is just next to the mill. It's over there. We're just going to get some samples. So this is what I got as a souvenir. Some pale ale and some bitters to take away from the Lyme Regis microbrewery. What are you looking at, Elsie? Oh yeah, the coins.
Because they want to make a wish.
I think so. Yeah. So this is where the water goes in to turn the wheel. In there, you see. So where are we going now, little girl? To the where? To the bridge? Okay, what's up here then? Hey, there's a little cat. Hello, little cat. It's there, look. Yeah. So, do you know where to go? Okay, well, let's go.
I want to look at the cat's bones.
Okay, so what's in the tunnel? Oh, what does it say? It says something. So this is the Leper's Well. Near the spot, some 700 years ago, a hospital for lepers was dedicated to St. Mary and the Holy Spirit. Wow. So this is the water that flows down and goes into the mill, and you can see it over here. It's got pretty flowers by the side. So this water goes all the way down and goes into the mill to turn the wheel. Go on, Elsie. Oh, that's quite interesting. So there's a stream. Look how fast it's flowing, though. No wonder it turns the wheel really fast. It's got quite a strong current. And on the other side is also a river. So. So we've just come to the place where there's the Mary Anning statue, and there's some information about Mary Anning's life. It's quite interesting. So here you are. It's got Mary Anning's life. Mary Anning 1799 to 1847, and it's got all along the coast where she found the fossils. Okay.
And this is like where everyone who died in the sea.
Yeah, all the sea creatures.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is ammonite.
Ammonite, yeah. Coastal protection work. And this is the Jurassic coast. Ammonites, belemnites, crinoids. Okay. So,
yeah, I know crinoids.
yeah, whoa. Coastal protection work. And
this is-
Mary Anning rocks. This is the statue. And the statue's just behind us. We'll go there in a second. Right, shall we go to the statue, Elsie? Over here is the statue. It's in between Charmouth and Monmouth Beach, or the Sandy Beach. Yeah, Charmouth and the Sandy Beach. So, Elsie, you noticed something interesting about this statue, right? What did you notice?
Like there is ammonite on her skirt. And
Oh, yeah, on the dress. And she's holding an ammonite there.
look down here.
Oh yeah, there's ammonites everywhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And she's holding a tool, a hammer, to chisel away at the rocks to find all of her fossils. And she is accompanied by her trusty dog.
And
Over
come
here.
here.
What else did you see?
Look on her head. There is her.
Oh yeah, even on the ear of the dog, there's an ammonite. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, well spotted, Elsie. There's ammonites everywhere, isn't there? Wow. So it says Mary Anning 1799 to 1847. 1847. Yeah. So, what do you think to our trip to Lyme Regis, Elsie? Good. What did you like the most? Elsie, what did you like the most?
The sea.
The sea. Did you do some fossil hunting?
Yes.
Yeah, and you had a look at the flour mill. That was really good, actually. I like the flour mill. Okay, you want to go to the beach? Okay. Some people are actually swimming in the beach.
What?
Some people are swimming in the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a hot thing for us.
It is a hot day now. Okay, so maybe we'll come back here next time.